Hi everybody, Lori here for Simon Says Stamp. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm excited to bring you the reveal of the newest Rainbow Splash release with Simon Says Stamp. Now this rainbow collection was curated with new crafters and card makers in mind. This is an easy introduction if you're a rainbow seeker. If you like a clean and simple style, I'm going to walk you through all of these colors and products, starting with some new cardstock. Now you can buy the cardstock in a few different ways. Some of them are individually, and then this first one I have here is like an assortment. It's called the Rainbow Splash Rainbow Pack, and it is delightful. I will say the cardstock is a little bit thinner than your average Simon Says Stamp. So I'm guessing 80 pound, but it's very, very smooth, very saturated. I loved working with it, and I can highly recommend it. First color is Princess. The other thing that's delightful about all of the solid color cardstock is that there is an ink color to perfectly coordinate with every solid color cardstock. Now, maybe you have this in your stash already, but maybe you're a newbie and you want to dip your toes in and you don't know where to start. I get emails all the time. People don't know where to start. This is a great place to start. If you don't have inks this color, or you just want to buy an assortment of solid color cardstock, I would highly recommend the Rainbow Splash collection. Okay, so we got Princess, Pumpkin, Grass, Sea, Ballet, Scarlet, Emerald, Crimson, and then we have the Perfect Purple, which is Heather. I'll have all these inks swatched out, talk a little bit more about them. Canary, and then a lighter green, Lime, one of my favorites. And then we have a lighter blue, Lake, and then slightly darker yellow, Dandelion. So those are all the colors in the assortment of solid color cardstock. Now, as far as inks, I would say they're very comparable to positively saturated inks. There's a label on the side. I love the logo and packaging. They stamp like butter. I swatched them out here. I just made a simple grid on Word, and I stamped them out so you could see how they stamp. When they dry, they smooth out seamless. So very forgiving with the stamping. Look at the rich, saturated color. You get a great assortment of the spectrum. Now, some of these colors I didn't show you yet with the solid color cardstock because they came in individual packs, which I loved. So if you need some neutrals, first we have the white, and that's just a classic smooth white. Then this is Gravel, and it does have the coordinating ink to match it. And here it is on the swatch chart. This is the perfect gray. Make a great card base anytime you need a gray. It's not too dark, not too light. This one here might be my most used and most loved, Buttercream. It's like a creamy, creamy yellow. It has the ink to match. Buttercream will be my most used card base. I love it. A neutral on a neutral. Buttercream with white. You can never, ever go wrong. Here's another brown. It's called Caramel. It's a little lighter than the average brown. It's a little darker than Craft. It's the perfect in-between. It's Caramel. And I love that there's a matching ink. And then lastly, we have Black. Perfect True Blue Black. I love this cardstock. It's very smooth, as I said before. There's also re-inkers for every single one of the ink colors. Adorable little re-inker packaging. I'll show you all of them, but you get the idea. It's a re-inker. And there's one for every color. Cute little bottles with the rainbow packaging on it. So if you are worried that maybe your ink pad might run out of that saturated color, you can easily re-ink them with a few dots of re-inker. I've never really had to do that. These Simon Says Stamp inks stay juicy for a very long time. Great saturated color, but here they are in all their little sweetness, the re-inkers. Now moving on to some stamps and dies from the Rainbow Splash release. These are basics. If you're wanting to dip your toes into the card making, crafting world, this first one is called Everyday Greetings. It says, thank you for all you do, always, thinking of you so much, missing you, hello, and friend, and a cute little heart. So these are just everyday, perfect little greetings for all occasions. And then we have Happy Blooms. These are little minis. Okay, I love this buildable floral design. Couple butterflies. You've got the thinking of you and the hello and the classic never go out of style font. And that is Happy Blooms. Next up is birthday wishes. So this is a cute little mini birthday themed stamp set with the coordinating birthday wishes dies. So if you haven't started to build your stamp and die collection and you need something for birthdays, this is a great classic. You've got the 3 different shapes of birthday balloons, a couple different sentiments: happy birthday, best wishes, let's celebrate. The coordinating dies can just give you extra mileage if you want to die cut as well. And then we have schoolhouse messages. If you love crafting, then you most likely love school supplies, and you know someone who's going to school or is a teacher, or maybe you're going to school yourself. Okay, sentiments: best teacher, thank you, great job, you did it, #1 student, proud of you, teacher approved, welcome. And then you have the alphabet. Could make a cute little border or a background. You got a paintbrush, a paint palette, a pencil, a ruler, and a big jumbo crayon. And then lastly, we have bold messages: happy birthday, hi, miss you, and hey friend, in that classic bold font. Just a great one if you don't want to have a bunch of product, but you want to get into it. Gives you sentiments for all different occasions. Okay, there's also a few embossing folders in this Rainbow Splash release. Okay, first of all, look at how the Rainbow Splash logo is on the embossing folder with the name. I love that feature. I've gone ahead and embossed all of these so you can really see that incredible texture. This first one is called Diamond Pattern, and I embossed it onto some Lake cardstock. Incredible diamond kind of slit pattern. This next one is called Folk Flower and has a beautiful repeating floral design on it. I do want to mention I ran these through my Spellbinders die cutting machine, and I did notice they are thinner than the regular Simon Says Stamp embossing folder. So you kind of have to fiddle around with your sandwiching. I used a base plate, the folder, and 1 cutting plate, and that seemed to work beautifully. Okay, next is Twinkling Star. Look at that star pattern. So cute. You could also do a lot of fun techniques with embossing folders. If you check out on YouTube, several designers have done videos showing all the different things you can do with embossing folders. Okay, here we have tiny florals. And this one looks so cute on that orange cardstock, the pumpkin. Tiny florals, embossing folder. And then the last one is Cascading Hearts. A beautiful repeating heart design on some princess cardstock. So if you're new to the card making world and you've noticed the embossing folders around town and you want to dip your toes into it, these are some great starter basic designs that you can choose from the Rainbow Splash collection. There's a couple of fun extras in this release. First, we have the rainbow gem stickers. Now, if you are a rainbow seeker, then you're going to love the rainbow gem stickers. They're self-adhesive. You just pop them on. Easy peasy. You get 2 different sizes. A gorgeous spectrum of rainbow gem stickers. And then we have some pouncers. And these are like little mini pouncers. Now, I got to admit, I've never used a pouncer before, so I was excited to kind of give it a whirl. And I'm not really sure. I haven't watched very many videos on pouncers, so I can't say, what you're really supposed to do. But if it's anything like the old blender sponge or brush, you probably need to work it in. The more you use it and season it up and get it saturated with that ink color, probably the better results you're going to get. I noticed right off the hop, very splotchy results, because I think you really gotta season that pouncer, and you gotta get the feel for the pounce. The more you pounce, the better you get. So a little practice with the pouncing, even just a little bit of, I can see that I'm starting to get smoother results. These would be great to use with your embossing folders, great to use with stencils, and just to pounce on some color using that Rainbow Splash ink. And that is everything from the Rainbow Splash collection. Before we go, I wanted to share a couple of projects that I've created featuring these new Rainbow Splash products, and also keeping in mind the new card maker. So these are very simple, approachable techniques, just stamping and stripping it up. This first one, I used the little solid dot from the Happy Bloom stamp set, created a little border featuring all of those delicious new ink colors. I also added some of the rainbow gem stickers, Simple Thinking of You sentiment from Happy Blooms and the gravel card base. This next card is featuring that delicious solid color cardstock. I just simply trimmed strips of solid color cardstock. I added a sentiment from Bold Messages. Again, that gravel for the card base. And that is everything from the Rainbow Splash release with Simon Says Stamp. Make sure and check out the Simon Says Stamp blog for more information and inspiration on this colorful new release. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.
Hi there, I'm Heidi, Simon's mama and founder at simonsaysStamp.com. Thank you so much for watching our video. If you like what you just saw, be sure to press the thumbs up and subscribe to see more great content.